Hey, what's up, everybody? This is the Thursday edition. I'm your host, iNoslen, and today we've got one of hip-hop's pioneers, your boy Rampage from Deepfreeze Entertainment. What's up, Rampage? How you doing?
What's going on? You already know what the movement is. All you haters, fix your face. We here.
Hell yeah. So the way I like to start off every interview with everyone is to ask them a little bit about where they grew up. So tell me a little bit about growing up in Flatbush.
Growing up in Flatbush, you know, good kid, raised by a good family, good mother, had everything, you know, beatboxing in school, had a famous cousin that lived around the corner, which was Busta Rhymes. You know, I had a good childhood down the block from special ed, Full Force, Howie T, UTFO, growing up in the neighborhood. You know, I had a fun childhood. I can't complain. My mother raised me well.
Yeah, man, looks like you did a really good job. I mean, you've made it this far. You've done a lot of big things. So let's get
man.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Let's get into a little bit of your past here first. The one thing I want to talk about is your first record deal with Dallas Austin on Rowdy and Arista Records.
Right.
So let's
what
talk.
You want to know?
Let's talk a little bit about that. How did that all work out? How did you get from living in Flatbush to getting a record deal? How did you make it to that point?
Well, you know, Busta had a deal with Dallas Austin for Rowdy Records, and he polished some things and put that together. And I was like one of either the third artist signed over there besides Illegal and Kenya and I. And I think Monica was signed over there as well at the time. Once they had a good relationship with Dallas Austin and Claude Austin. Claude Austin was Dallas's brother, rest in peace. That was my dude. And, you know, it stems from there. You know, they hooked up. Boss was like, he had a situation. Do Rampage want to do it? Yes, Rampage wants to do it. And, you know, opportunity presented itself, and then I had to jump on it. First record I released over there was Beware the Ramsack, but I was supposed to put out the Red October album over there. Mm-hmm. But, you know, again, you know, things, you know, when you're getting deals, things change, you know, and there was a lot of things going on at Rowdy. You know what I'm saying? You know, certain labels are good for certain artists, you know what I mean? So it was like, you know, do I still want to be on Rowdy, or I want to go out here and make another mark to get another deal? So, you know, everything was cool with Rowdy, but I had to get off because I don't think that was the right label for Rampage, you know, and I needed something bigger and better, a bigger, better platform to jump on. Salute to Dallas Austin. He taught me a lot about music, and salute to Claude, but it wasn't the right fit for me, if you didn't understand that.
No, definitely. You know, you want to progress in your own way, and you want to make the kind of moves that are going to benefit you the most. And if starting off with Arista wasn't the way to go, Rowdy didn't give you all of that. Obviously, you know, Dallas Austin was a great mentor. He probably gave you a lot of great information for your future, something that you're probably using now with, you know, Deepfreeze. So let's move in a little bit forward now. Let's go to your first gold solo album, Scout's Honor by Way of Blood on Elektra Records.
Right.
So let's talk about that a little bit. How did that work out?
Well, that worked out perfectly. It was like, you know, Busta got me do a lot of business and taught me a lot of ways to come into my own self. I got to do it myself. I got to, you know, the big homie gave me a lot of creativity experience that he had doing his thing for me to do my thing, gave me my own platform and gave me room to blossom as an artist. And I salute him for that, just showing me the way and learning the major system where you can't wait on the label. You got to do it yourself. So, you know, Busta always teach about you doing it yourself. You got to do it yourself, because if you don't do it yourself, nobody else is going to feel what you're doing. So being over at Elektra, you know, meeting the staff and understanding what they do in the marketing department, you know, I never had an experience with that, but I seen Bus go through that. You know, going to the label, visiting the A&R man, getting the label to know you, because if the label don't know you, they can't market you and they can't sell you. So I used to go up to the label all the time and different departments, understanding what they do as far as promotion and putting you out there and putting you on a promo tour. So it was pretty well over there at Elektra. I couldn't complain at all.
Man, that sounds really good. It sounds like that was what you needed for your future, or at least the base that you needed to kind of start making that that move to be on your own. And I guess one of the biggest songs for me off that album specifically was Wild for the Night, and that also had Busta Rhymes on it. Now, let's talk about that song a little bit. To me, it's one of, I mean, lyrically, I think it's one of your best songs. Production-wise, I love that real gritty beat that you guys had. Kind of talk to me a little bit about what it to making that song.
Well, you know, you want to know the process of making the song was, you know, I sat on the song for a while because it's actually produced by Backspin the Vibe Chemist, who also produced on Leaders of the New School's first album. So, and me and Backspin are pretty close. And, you know, I had the beat. I sat on the beat for a while. I went to the Tunnel in New York City, and I heard Wu-Tang Clan. And it was a song Funkmaster Flex was playing in the club. Niggas on the left, rag shit to death, hoods on the right, wild for the night. And then I heard Shook Ones, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, and I had some of my album already recorded, and I had that beat, and I was sitting on the beat for a while. And then after I left the Tunnel on that Sunday, about Tuesday or Wednesday, I rushed into the studio and recorded Wild for the Night, because I needed something to give me that vibe to really wild out. You know what I'm saying? Something different that stands out from everything else at that time. And those were the songs that was just, you know, that was just giving me that energy to go create a Wild for the Night. You know what I mean? So I went in the studio and I turned the record up so loud, and then I laid down vocals, but I didn't have a hook. And all of a sudden, Easy Mo B and Busta walks in the studio, heard the record. Busta's like, brother, let me tell you something. I was like, what? Let me put a hook on it. I was like, no. He said, I'm telling you, brother, if I put a hook on this shit is going to be out of here. I still told him no. Because, you know.
Yeah, you trying to come up on your own.
You want to do your own thing. You know what I'm saying? But again, not thinking affiliation is always good. You know what I'm saying?
It all depends.
And it can't hurt you.
Yeah.
So he said like this, brother, if I put this hook on here and you like it, we're going to go with it. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't like it, then you do your own hook. Because I was just pacing on what the hook should be. But at that time, he walked in the studio and with Easy Mo B, and they heard the verses, and they was like, oh, my God. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was just like the gates of heaven open, you know?
Wow.
So then, you know, me and Busta going back and forth with the hook. So I left the studio, and he threw a hook on there anyway. Nice. I came back. I had to tell my cousin, like, yo, man, that shit is pretty dope. We're going to keep that. You know what I'm saying? So,
well, I mean, it is Busta Rhymes, though,
but
man.
He bullied me on that one, though.
What?
But, again, like, he's my mentor, so, he hears things that I didn't even hear. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
I was so stuck on the lyrics. Yeah. I didn't know when I was going to come with the hook, so I was going to let it marinate for a couple of days and get back to it. But fortunately, God works in mysterious ways. He came in the studio at a great time and at a great moment to help his cousin. So he came in there and just put the icing on the cake. And I had to, my hat had to go off to him because, again, my cousin has been there for a while, and he's the man when it comes to these hooks and these big choruses. So I had to follow his blueprint.
Yeah, man, most definitely. I mean, having a mentor like Busta Rhymes, and let me tell you this, I mean, he's also one of my favorites from that era. I mean, he's still probably to this day, man, he could probably throw down a track and still kill it, bro. I mean, and you have too.
Yeah,
let's talk a little bit about some of your newer stuff, like Brooklyn Nights, man. I really like that track. It kind of brings me back to that old school flavor from the golden era. I like to call it, all the '90s.
Right.
It was just.
Brooklyn Nights is one of my favorite songs, produced by Felony Music. So that's produced by Felony Music. You know, the song just give me one of those, you know, records that you list. You know what I'm saying? From that era, it gives me that energy. I was listening to records that didn't have those type of energy. It makes you want to smack somebody right now. Like, it gives you one of those energies, like a Wild for the Night. Like, from them eras. Like, people don't make records like that no more. And Phil made the beat, and I sat with it for a couple of days, and he played the beat, that I was like, I know what I'm going to put on this. He had the hook already, so then it was just like a perfect marriage, and I played this for like 10 or 20 times, and then, you know, I had to do the damage to it. You know, I had to put the transformer. I had to transform on that record and make people feel me creatively.
I mean, creative wise and lyrically. Let me say it like this: the fact that you shout out every freaking borough in New York City is amazing. I mean, you hit everybody, man.
You know,
everybody.
Yeah, I didn't want to forget nobody, and if I couldn't do it, I wouldn't have did the record. But the way the record made me feel, I had to do that because I'm a Brooklyn kid first. You know, and I know all the MCs that came out of these boroughs. If I didn't know them, I knew somebody that knew them. So I had to really drop my jewel on that record. It's a serious record, man.
Man, it definitely is. I mean, to me, I think it's some of your best work so far. I mean, and I've been, you know, following you for a lot of years, man. Like I said, I remember.
Yeah, I gotta hit you. I gotta hit you with that Remington Steel. I gotta hit you with that Remington Steel after this interview.
Yeah, man, for
so
sure. I was actually gonna.
You can add that to it too. It's a fully length of that era that you like. I did it for the DJs and the fans, so I gotta send that to you.
Yeah, man. For definitely, man. First of all, let me go ahead and say a big thank you to Marche for hooking me up with you, man. I remember I hit you guys on Instagram, which was kind of funny. I really didn't know how else to get a hold of you. I wasn't sure, and man, you were really kind, and I really appreciate you, you know, coming on the show and, you know, just doing the interview, man. I mean, this was been one of my dreams for a minute, let me tell you, because I've always wanted to talk to you guys. I've always been a part of what your movement was. I've always liked your style. And, you know, I had all these albums and things, and I remember, you know, just growing up listening to a lot of this stuff. I mean, you're honestly really not that much older than me, man. I'm 36, so I think you're just a few years older than me, you know what I'm saying?
I'm 39.
So, yeah.
39,
so, like, we're about that same era, you know what I'm saying? So I remember, you know, watching you doing your thing, and then them tracks you did with Bus and all that stuff, and it was inspiring, man. I mean, I've always wanted to finally get you guys on here, and I mean, this is probably my biggest achievement yet doing my radio show, is having you on the show. So I want to say a million thank yous to you, man, honestly, right now.
Nah, man, I
you know
salute you, man. Authentic hip-hop, that's me. I practice authentic hip-hop. You know, once an MC, always an MC. You know, regardless, it might not seem to a lot of people, they haven't saw me in a while, but, you know, my lyrical content is strong. My lyrical dot is strong. Any place, any time, I'm a real MC. I'm authentic. I'm the lieutenant. I'm the lyrical lieutenant. And it's never going to stop, big homie. Never. You know what I'm saying? It's never going to stop.
I wanted to ask you about that. So how did you get the moniker, the first lieutenant of Flipmode Squad? How did that work out?
Because I was actually the first member of the Flipmode Squad. Besides Busta Rhymes, I was the first member to be in the Universal Flipmode Squad. Then you got the First Lady. Then you got the Street Corner Colonel Spliff Star. Then you got Baby Sham, Killer Number 4. Then you got the Jesus voice, Lord Have Mercy. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, man. He was on some of your stuff too, bro.
So, you know, and can't forget DJ Scratch. You know what I'm saying? So, again, man, and all the other members that was a part of Flipmode, I salute everybody. But, you know, the original 6, you know, Busta Rhymes, General, you know, man, this Flipmode is forever, no matter what. It's like we all still talk. Everything is cool, you know. Just everybody just, you know, had to do their own thing. And Rampage is definitely doing his own thing with the Deepfreeze movement, the cartoons, you know, working on everything. Everything I can do, you got to understand that you're a business. When you're a business, you got to definitely create opportunities for yourself, and you got to take opportunities, and you got to keep it going.
Oh, yeah, man. I mean, I think that's the biggest thing that I try and preach here on the show all the time, which is that never give up attitude. Always have in your mind that you are going to make it no matter what. And if you keep that together, I mean, you're going to make it, man. You're going to make it to the point where people are going to respect what you're doing. They're going to enjoy everything that you do because you do it from the heart and the soul. Like you said, you keep it real. You know, lyrically, I mean, honestly, if I was going to rank you, I'd say you're in the top 20 echelon of artists that are out there on the market, you know, currently and from the past. So that's where I would rank
brother.
you.
Thank you. And then you're the first person that ever told me that. You know what I'm saying? Because, again, there's a lot. This is a competitive market. But, again, you know, lyrically, like, I be feeling when I'm in the studio that I can't be touched. Plus, I don't write a lot of that stuff down. So a lot of those classic verses, I ain't never write them down. Like, these were just off the top of my head. When I hear the music, I go in. Like, I'm just a vibeable person. Like, I don't even rap every day. But, you know, because I'm always thinking my business, because I'm walking like a business, I'm moving like a business, I'm feeling like a business. You know, plus I got other people coming behind me. So, again, I got to set the tone and the platform for others that's coming and that's walking in the same path. So, again, I believe in passing the baton. I believe in teaching. I believe in dropping jewels. I believe in giving back, you know?
Yeah, man, most definitely. I mean, you know, that's part about being a humble person. That's part about being successful. You know, you win a lot, but you got to give back too, and that's part of what you're doing right now, like you said, with the whole Deepfreeze movement. So let's go in reverse here just a little bit, back to 2006 when you dropped the Demographics mixtape. Now, this tape right here, and I have to say this, it was a little bit of a departure from what I originally heard from you. So let's talk about this a little bit. What kind of inspired you to do this mixtape so differently from your other works?
Because again, there was a lot of songs that I had, and I had so many songs on different levels. I wanted to put them all together, but it was so many songs I couldn't put them together. So it was, I liked it this one, I liked it that one, I liked it this one. This one is dope, this one is hot. So that's how I put that Demographic mixtape together with Felony Music. It's just, I had so much music, and you know, when you have so much music, it was like, and music to me is like every other day when you're going through something. I just wanted people just to feel me. You know what I'm saying? Feel me lyrically on everything. I can rhyme on this. I can rhyme on this. I can go on this. I can go on this. I got stories. I got thoughts. These are my thoughts. You know what I mean? I just wanted to bring people in on that mixtape. You know?
Yeah, man, most definitely. I mean, I really liked it. I wanted to bring it up in the interview for that fact right there that, you know, it was ill, man. The flow was there. Production was definitely
when
key.
you get this, and before this interview, you got to listen to this Remington Steel. I want you to listen to it from beginning to the end. I mean, it's classic. I'm trying to tell you, when I give it to you, you're going to be like, wow.
Oh, my God,
yeah,
man.
I want you to add this Remington Steel to this interview.
Yeah,
and
man,
you know,
definitely. I can throw it in there. Yeah, I can throw it in there.
I want you to throw it in there. I want you to really go in on it. Like, you're going to be like, I like this, I like this, I like this, I like this, I like this. And the way I did it was just so dope. And it took me and felt like 5 days to complete it. And I didn't write none of this shit down at all.
Wow, just off the top of the head, man. Went in the booth and dropped it.
Yeah, from beginning to the end.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man, I'm telling you, that's impressive, man.
Like, it's like, this D thing is just like a feeling. I can wake up, the fella's in the studio, and he's like, what you doing? What you doing? I ain't doing nothing. He might be playing the beat, or I might come up with a concept and be like, yo, just find old records that DJs used to love, that or old records from our era that was dope that nobody never rhymed on, and I'll take it and he'll loop it and chop it the way he wants to chop it, and then he pulls it up and I'll listen to it a couple of times and I'll put vocals on it. And I don't try to do it like the originator. I try to do it Rampage's way. You know what I'm saying? So when you're listening to that Remington Steel, it gives you that era that's missing. You know what I'm saying? I took that era and put some updated flow on those records. And I can't wait till you get it. And I'm sending it to you immediately.
Yeah, man, I'm ready, man. I'm here. You guys got my email address. Obviously, you got my number too, man. Definitely.
No, you want to text me your email address to this number.
Yeah, man, I'll get it to you, bro. I'll get it to you right after the interview, man. Definitely. I'll get you all my contact info. That way you could do that.
And I'm sending it to you pronto.
Nice.
So you can add it to the interview.
Most definitely, man. When I go to drop the, I guess the track that's going to be behind us talking, I'll just drop the entire.
And what I want you to do is give it to everybody for free. I want to give this mixtape away for free to everybody you know that love real hip hop to go with this interview. Yes, sir.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. I'll set up a drop box where people can just go and download it. I'll put the link out there, man.
When they got a Dropbox, and then forward it to me so I can send it to people so they can get it from the Dropbox.
Man, most definitely, man. I'll hook it up. I got your math, man. I'll go ahead and get you the. I'll go get you the information. I'll text everything to you. I'll get you the link and my email and all that. But let's keep this thing moving. So I wanted to ask you a few more questions about some of your newer stuff. So let's talk a little bit about Squad 9, who they are, and a little bit about All or Nothing, the mixtape.
Well, All or Nothing, Juicy Nemo, that's my brother from another, man. He's a very talented dude from Phoenix, very creative. It's Squad 9, Cricket. Them dudes, man, they're just my little brothers, man. Them dudes is just musically making moves, man. They're in the studio, they're making tons of records. Their records are feel good, also mixed by felony music. You know what I'm saying? Those are my little brothers, man. And you know, their energy is some other shit, man, and I take my hat off to them because it's not a lot of MCs that's willing to learn, and they be in the studio and they be ready to learn, and they be like, oh, gee, what you think about this? What you think about this? I be like, keep this, keep that, keep this, and keep that. And them dudes just like making records, and they just like being themselves. And one thing, by having artists under you, you gotta let them be themselves. You gotta let them show you their creative side, and then wherever they short at, you gotta help them pick it up and show them, nah, man, do it like this, do it like that. But with Squad 9, man, that group is just off the chain. I'm behind them 100%.
Now, is this one of your own artists that you brought on to your label, Deepfreeze Entertainment?
Yeah, Juicy Nemo, yeah.
Nice, man, nice. So let's talk about Sure Shot Records now. Is that a part of Deepfreeze Entertainment as well?
Not anymore. I just did a one-off with them. So salute to Chris Landry. I just did a one-off. Deepfreeze right now is just Deepfreeze.
Just you guys, just all you and your production team and all your guys.
Yeah.
I got you. So tell me a little bit about this independent thing, man. How you liking it so far? You doing pretty good or what?
I like being independent, but you know you got to be independent before you can get to the big boys. So you got to create a situation. And the reason why I wanted to be independent is, you know, I seen how Drew High and all of those guys at Buckshot started Duck Down, and being on the majors and being independent, man. I like being independent more because you got more freedom and you got more creative power. You know, and I like to have my creative power. And what I mean by that, I can put out records whenever I want. If I wake up and want to drop a record tomorrow, it's out tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So I like to feel free, man. I don't like to wait on dates. I like to put my shit out. You know what I mean?
I gotcha. So it's the creative freedom to do it when you want to do it, how you want to do it, and serve it up to your listener base the way you want it to be done. Now, to me, I think that that's a greater achievement than any record. You know, being able to do it all on your own, put out all your own stuff, right. Publish it, distribute it. You know, have everything, man. You know what I'm saying? All the royalties.
Ups and downs to it. It's some ups and downs to it because you got to put in a lot of your own money. You know what I'm saying? But again, as far as the Deepfreeze brand, I'm open to do business with majors. You know, I got a Deepfreeze brand major deal. You know, with any major that wants to do things with us. You know what I mean? I'm open to whatever, but I just like that freedom of being independent. Because when you're independent, you get strong on more, and your record is heat. You can push. It gets back. You know when you first came in the hip hop in the 94, where you create something, create a song, and everybody was dying to go get your tape. I want to create that type of momentum. A lot of people forgot about those type of momentums where you could do it yourself. If I'm a brand and you know me, all I got to do is say, Rampage got a mixtape and shoot it to 100 people. 100 people turn into 1,000 people. 1,000 people turn into 5,000 people. That's how I look at it with this Deepfreeze movement. You got to build your own. You can have a brand, but you got to build it, So I've been building it, and I've been building it, and I've been building it. It's like kind of like Transformers.
Yeah, man. Just kind of, making a mechanism that's going to transform into a lot of money eventually is what I'm looking at. You know what I mean? Because that's really what it is. You got to build an empire somehow. And if this is your way of doing it and you're going to get there, then, man.
And having a successful team.
Yeah, that too. Yeah. So tell me about that. So tell me about how you done that.
My successful team is just Marsha and Felony Music, man. And without them, man, there's no me, man, for real. Like, that's my team, and having a great team and understanding the business and having people that you trust ride with you so heavy, man. It's just, I'm so heavy with it with Deepfreeze Move, and I'm so turned up, like, everything, like, doors is opening for me, so God is great, so my energy is just some other shit right now, man. And this Deepfreeze, man, I wear it proudly on my chest. I wear it proudly on my arm. That's my movement. You know what I'm saying? I come from flip mode, but this is my movement. Flip mode, I watch how flip mode was put together and, taking elements from that, putting it into my own, making it a household brand and having dope MCs and dope talent being a part of it, man. Come on, man. That energy is crazy.
It is, man, and I'm feeling it from you today. I mean, I've been talking to you for a good 20-something minutes, man, and I gotta say this. I'm blown away, man. I mean, you still sound as hungry as you did, when you were back, with Electra and all those guys doing all your thing and Arista and stuff. You're making good records, good music, lyrical. I mean, that's what hip-hop was about. It was an art form, man, that you would put these words together and make people bob their head to it and then make them go out and spend their money because it was that good. And that is what I feel you're bringing back to the table here in 2014. And I want to say big ups from me, man. Big ups from everybody in the world needs to go ahead and go see Rampage and tell him, look, man, I see what you're doing. I recognize it. I see you're going to be somebody bigger than you already are. And that's really what it's going to take, that drive. And that's why I try and tell everybody, listen to what these guys are telling you, man. I mean, listen to what Rampage is telling you, man. This guy's been there, done that. He's doing it now, and everybody needs to listen to that, man. So from me to you, I think that was the best advice you could probably give anybody who's going to be listening to this show, man.
Right. And the thing is, again, you have to, first of all, before you get in the game, you have to be yourself, and you got to understand the business. If you don't understand the music business, then you don't need to be in the music business. That's number one. It don't, everybody's like, I'm better than him. It's not about being better than him. It's about execution. It's about not waiting on nobody and stepping up and doing what you have to do. A lot of these cats are, well, he's this and he's that. You can't look at the game like that because he just got put on. That don't mean that you're not going to get on. It don't matter. And in this music business, age is just the age. Again, you can get on 10 years from now. You can get on 5 years from now. It's about when you get on what you're going to do at that moment, at that time. What are you doing? What is your movement? What do you want to do? You want to be an MC? You want to go on the road? You want to do shows? You got to have the right team. You got to have the right lawyer. You got to understand what you're reading. A lot of these artists don't understand that. It's not just rapping. You got to have that business sense with it. You don't have to go get a degree and a master's in music to be in music. If you know the game and if you read and you pay attention and you look at stories, you can gather up your own thoughts on what you want to do, your own blueprint. You got to have a blueprint before you enter the game. You got to have a structure. If you don't understand structure, you don't need to be in the game. It's not personal, it's business.
Well, there you have it, everybody. Some of the most powerful information you could have possibly gotten yet on iNoslen Radio. Let me tell you, Rampage, man, that is some very inspirational words. For everybody who listens to the show, man, definitely follow the real Rampage on Twitter. Check him out everywhere. He's all over the internet. Just Google the man. He's going to come up. I'm definitely going to get that Dropbox set up so people can start to download Remington Steel. And I'm definitely going to shoot you a text with everything, man. I'll get that to you later. But right now, this part of the show is where I like to let you just go ahead and plug away at any upcoming shows or albums or anything that you're going to be releasing, and where everybody could find you online if you want to.
Let me just say this. Salute to my Deepfreeze movement. Salute to Money Green Marche. I love you to death. Felony Music, I salute you. Anybody can get at me, social networks, at The Real Rampage on Twitter, at The Real Rampage on Instagram, and Rampage the Last Boy Scout on Instagram. I got 2 Instagrams. I just like Instagram that much. Facebook, Rampage, Last Boy Scout, Deepfreeze. Again, Facebook, Rampage, Last Boy Scout, Deepfreeze. That's my official Facebook. I got a cartoon coming, The Black Caesar, produced by my dude Tommy Ruffin, working on that cartoon animation series. I got to send you the link for that so you can send to everybody as well.
Most definitely.
Projects I got coming up, Judge the Boss, who just signed a deal with Sony. He's part of that Deepfreeze movement. I salute him. Look out for Squad 9. Look out for my dude, Yo Westwood. You know what I'm saying? The 5-star general. Look out for my boy Def Child. Look out for my boy Blaine. Look out for my dude, Mr. Show Up, Pierre Cardin. You know what I'm saying? I got a heavy ass movement, Look out in the future, me and Rod Digger hitting the road. UK, we coming real soon. I just got a lot of things going on, and I salute you for having me on your radio show. But I want everybody to play that Remington Steel back and forth, because I'm about to send that to you, produced by Felony Music. And it's my free mixtape that I'm giving to the world, to just keep those listeners banging in their heads and knowing that your boy is official, lyrical, and you can't front on me. First lieutenant of the Universal Flip Mode Squad, CO Deepfreeze. We making moves. You already know what the movement is, and if you hating on me, fix your face.
Haha, yeah, you heard it, everybody. There you go. Now you know where to find Rampage everywhere online. I'm definitely going to get that Remington Steel going for you guys. So let's keep it moving. I'm going to jump into one of his tracks right here on iNoslen Radio.
Yeah. This goes out to all exotic women that just keep it moving. If you keep it moving, can't disturb the groove. Me and you got chemistry. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, we've been talking for a minute. I'm feeling your vibe, I'm loving every minute. We holding hands, discussing future plans. I'm in my coupe while you catch a nice tan. I'll rub down, body look good. You my shorty, I wish I never would. Rip the runway, New York to Hollywood. In my Lambo making love on the hood. It's all good, I can see your vision. Shopping sprees, more money, good living. I'm on the road getting money, just gigging. I'm on my Charlie Senior, boy is just winning.
All right. We're back. Another big shout out to your boy Rampage, man. Yo, thanks for coming on the show, big homie. I've actually been, talking to this guy for a minute, man. He finally got a chance to come on the show. Big shout out to Marche as well for helping me out with that. Hitting you guys up on Instagram, that was pretty funny. Appreciate you reaching out to me, coming on the show, man. Big shout out to Felony Music for dropping this ill mixtape, man, for Rampage. Loving this, bro. Loving your work, homie. Keep it up. Again, man, big shout out to Deepfreeze Entertainment. Your boy Rampage represent. And, yeah, man. Shout out to all the people who tuned in for the live show today. We're going to jump right back into this last track off of his mixtape. And then we'll jump into a few more tracks and we'll call it a night. But thanks, everybody. We'll catch you next week.
Yeah.